Did God really create Eve from Adam's rib? Most of us grew up hearing that story. But here's the thing, the Hebrew word for rib is Allah. That's not the word used in Genesis 2:21 and 22. The word that's used is this one, which broken down means from his sides. And the ought in that word can be referred to as a feminine plural. So it could mean from his feminine sides. Selah is the Hebrew word that means side or side chamber. This is the word that's referenced. That's the same word used to describe the side of something structural or architectural. For example, it's used in Ezekiel 41, verse 5, as the side chambers of the Holy of Holies. And here's something else. Before this divine surgery, God called Adam Ha-Adam. Ha-Adam means the human or mankind. It wasn't until after God created Eve from Adam that scripture refers to them as male and female. Adam was one human, and then God split him into two to create male and female. I know this sounds crazy, just stay with me here. So, the original Hebrew translation is not about God removing just a rib, but an entire side that is likely to be a feminine aspect, thus Genesis 2:22, the word bana, to build, is used to describe God building Eve around this side chamber that contains flesh and bones that's been taken from Adam. God didn't make Eve the same way he made Adam. Eve and Adam were made of the same substance, and together they became one. The ultimate message here is unification and realizing that Adam and Eve are made of equal parts and not one reigning over the other. In Genesis 2:18, God says it's not good for man to be alone, so he made an ezer for him, a helper. The word ezer appears 21 times in the Old Testament, and most of those times it's describing God himself as Israel's helper, strength, and rescuer. We don't look at God as a subordinate. Eve was Adam's equal, quite literally and figuratively, his other half, bone of his bones and flesh of his flesh. There's so much to cover on this topic alone, and I encourage you to look into it yourself. But I'll leave you with this one last thought to think on. Remember how Selah is a side chamber and it may refer to a feminine plural? What part of a woman's body acts as a chamber? A chamber that may hold and nurture life, perhaps?